Okay, Trekkin number show.
show.
Here we are, coming at you from the normal spot. Haven't seen you in a while. We've missed you. You've missed us.
We've since decided we're doing monthly Trekkins. Be a bit more exciting, with a bit more energy.
A little bit less of them.
Yeah.
No less for you to have to watch.
Sorry, Dad.
Don't forget to subscribe, Dad.
So Christmas is coming up, and actually Andy and I leave to go home in 2 days. And we'll be home for a month, and we're super excited.
Man, I got some stuff to sort out.
Got some stuff to do.
Yeah.
What stuff you got to do, Andy? What's one of them?
There's nothing really to do. I just gotta pack.
Okay.
Sorry how hot. Okay, so now the hot hands will keep taking over here. So I am no longer gonna be teaching, and that's sad. But I guess we should back up. We've never talked about our business that we do on the side of teaching as well, and so now is as good a time as any.
Sure.
We are all in business together, and it's gotten to a point where the
Things
cards
are good, dude. Things are good.
Things are good.
They're fine.
Things have been
They're
worse.
fine.
Great.
Things have been worse, and things are good. Like
that would have been
we were
worse.
talking about how we had a few dips where we were like we got like one client doing really well, and then like ooh, there was a little dip, and then ooh, and then there's a little dip, and we just got out of a dip, and it's been nice.
I think the big thing is knowing that like this hasn't been 9 months of nothing but wow, we made the right decision and this is perfect and everything's great. You know, like there's ups, definite ups and downs, and we are on an up right now.
Yeah.
And
District 9 was a greasy down.
Yeah. Looking forward to our next down.
January is
it's right around the
such a
corner.
mess.
January is going to be an absolute trash show.
But I mean, we went through, at the beginning, it's like don't start a business with friends, and we went through like, oh, but not us. And
Right.
then it's like recently that came to a head where it's like, man, it is like we're putting in these long weeks of work, and every interaction we have together, it's not like friends, it's like colleagues. It's like, hey Jason, did you edit that thing? And not like, hey Jason, you want to go like get a burger at Chuck's?
Right.
It's a way better conversation.
Yeah. So it's been a little tough, but we've convinced ourselves that it's good.
We've seemed to get it sorted.
Yeah, it is. We're in good shape now.
And the cards have aligned in a way where I will be done teaching here. And
In a good way.
In a good way, because, and the other ones are really pretty close to it. Because we were teaching because we had to pay the bills with something while we were starting the business, sort of a thing. But I'm gonna leave teaching. I'm gonna miss my students. I'm really gonna miss some of them. Some of them I've made like really good connections with. I can think like McQueen. McQueen's a badass. McQueen was awesome. Walker had McQueen for a while.
I had McQueen.
Man, he's a good dude.
Lightning.
And Lucy and Emma, I'm gonna miss them so much. 2 of the hardest times I've ever laughed in Vietnam, was because of Emma. Absolutely busting my chops.
What was one of those times? Or do you remember?
I don't remember the time. One of the times recently, she was talking about how she was saying, "I like yellow poo poo." I was like, no. We're not doing that. We're not doing that right now. And she's like, "I like yellow pee pee." And then they start crying. I was like, no. And I'm like kind of laughing a little bit. So it's like not helping. And then so like they start talking about yellow poo poo. And like they're both laughing so hard, and like I'm really laughing really hard. I'm trying to it's like come on, like my superiors could be watching me right now. I'm laughing with a bunch of like 5-year-olds, really genuinely laughing with them, and so I'm gonna miss them. I'm definitely gonna miss them. Another thing those two do is when one of them starts speaking in Chinese. I've taught them like no Chinese. You can't speak Chinese here, and so when one of them speaks Chinese. One of them specifically will go, "No Chinese. Lucy is Chinese." And I'm like, "Yes, Lucy is Chinese. No Chinese. You are Chinese." And she's like, "No." It's so funny. So I'm gonna miss some of these students for sure.
And I feel the same way, so I'm not quite on like the abrupt, like I'm stopping all my teaching. It's going to be a bit of a wean off for me, so I work for 2 different companies, and I'm going to cut one, and that's going to happen over kind of a month period. I'm starting to already lose classes for that, and I've already lost some of my favorite students, and I didn't know I was losing them, and so I didn't even get to say goodbye to some of my favorite students. So this week what came around, and I was like, actually sad, like actually upset that I didn't get to see these kids. And it's crazy to compare where I was when I first got here. Like, I'm not sure I even like being around kids, you know, like, but I can deal with it. And now it's like, gosh, I'm gonna miss these kids, you know.
Rule, yeah.
So I mean, there's plenty. I have classes that are not fun, but there's a lot of kids that make it worth it anyway.
I made a kid absolutely break down and cry the other day. It was the kid that used to get in fist fights, and like his mom. I talked to his mom. His mom's like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do. He just gets so mad. And I was like, she's like, what should we do? And I'm like, I don't. I'm just a guy. Like, I don't know. And I was like, but he gets really mad easily. Like, tell him when he gets mad, just come talk to me, and I'll be like, Tim, it's like, you know, you can use tone of voice and just be like, dude, why are you like? It's all right, man. It's all right. You got him, slugger. You know.
Yeah, give him the old on the shoulder.
He's improved a lot. He still has like some issues with his behavior, but he's improved so much. And the other day, they were all being bad, so I had him writing out vocab words, and he was explaining something to the TA, and I was like, man, like hearing a little child speak Vietnamese, because it's a tonal, emotional language. They're like very like pronounced with their like expression and stuff. I'm like, man, it sounds like he's an old man talking right now. And the TA is laughing. I'm like, when a kid in English speaks, like a little American kid, they're like, I got to go in a yellow bicycle. It's like, you just sound stupid. You sound so dumb. Whereas like a small Vietnamese kid sounds brilliant. And I was like, that's amazing. Sounds like an old man on the street. And this kid, Tim, heard his name, and he's like, what did teacher say? And I was like, yeah, you can tell him, like, it's cool. And she like told him that I said he sounded like an old man. And he like at first like grabs me like this and like fake fights. I'm like, Tim, stop, come on. And then I see I see in his eyes.
Not in front of everybody.
He's the kid, that he was like doing this and I flinched. Like, that's the kid. That's the kid. And
he runs that class.
He's old, man. He's been around.
He's been in a couple Trekkians. But he was like, so he grabs me and I'm like, Tim, come on, stop. And I look at him in the eyes and I just see him break. And it was like he like watched his idol fall before his eyes, and like he just went from like a fake mad kind of to just absolutely sobbing and like, teacher, why would you say that about me? Like, no. And I was like, no, tell him, like, let him know that it's like he's smart, it's a good thing. And there's just a big miscommunication.
That's
pride, like it. Like even at the end of class, he came in and I was so sad, and I was like trying to be like, Tim, like, it's okay, you want to stick with bud, like, and I guess he went downstairs and he like told his dad, and his dad just like laughed at him.
Yeah.
And then he laughed. He's like, yeah, I guess you're right. It's like, you know. But so I'll see him tomorrow, and we'll see.
You gonna show up to class, or are you a little nervous? Like, you might have a good beating waiting for you.
Yeah, that was tough. Like seeing that, like the relationship I've built with him over like not a language thing but a behavior thing, and then watching it all break, but it should be chill.
Jason, you had one or two teaching stories maybe?
Yeah, this one was from a couple days ago. There are these two girls who are they're like in my kindergarten class, and they're little mischief makers, but they're good students. They just like to make a little mischief. And one time I was handing out worksheets, and they were all coming up to me to grab the worksheets, and they were like, Daddy, and they were like pulling my shirt, and they're like, Daddy, trying to get the worksheets. I was like, no, Daddy, and they're like, and they saw that I was saying no, Daddy, so obviously they're gonna say it more, and they're like, Daddy,
yeah.
And all the TAs were like cracking up because it's just a weird situation. And then whatever, they're just kids, and then they like line up at the door at the end of class, and they're like, bye daddy, and I'm just sitting there terrified that their like actual dad is right outside to pick them up, and he's like, who are you calling dad? So that was great fun. I have this one kid in my class who I think he likes me a lot because I like play a lot of games and I like joke around with him, but he's like not that great at speaking English. So at the end of the class, he wants to come up to me and like small talk with me just because he like likes to talk, but he doesn't know enough to say anything. So every single class, he's like, "Oh, hello, teacher. Where are you from?" He says, "Where are you from?" And then I say, "USA." He's like, "Oh, okay." And then next thing, "Where are you from? Where are you from?" Because he just doesn't know what to say, but he wants to do the whole small talk, which is like kind of funny because it's like, "Oh, how's the weather?" You know, we all know how the weather is, but we're just like talking.
Yeah.
So
Where are you from?
Where are you from? Where are you from? Every day. So that's kind of cool. He really cares about my country. And then my last story, I made a secret handshake with one kindergarten, and we like fist bump, and then we high five, and then we elbow, and then we fist bump again or something. And then another girl saw it, and she got jealous, so she's like, teacher, come, and she wants to do a secret handshake with me. But I think she was just baiting me over because she like goes up like this, like for a high five, so I do it, and then she like switches it to she like fist bump, and then like, okay, we'll do a fist bump, and she's like, no, high five. So I do it, and so we're just sitting there, and we're like. And we never do anything because I'm waiting for her to decide which one, and she's just cracking up because she's just sitting there waiting.
Yeah.
So now whenever she like answers a question in class, I just run up to her and we just do this. And then I say good job, and we walk away. So that's our cool secret little handshake.
That's good.
I want to see your classes, Jay.
I want you to come watch, dude.
They really get into Christmas here. That's kind of interesting. I didn't expect it, but there's we were just downtown tonight, and there's Christmas lights everywhere, a lot of Christmas trees.
I think it's a consumerism thing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of the stores get into it.
Yeah.
That's
most definitely.
Yeah.
It's cool though. I mean, because like the atmosphere, like you can still feel the same atmosphere of other places, and like
In the U.S.,
it's
it's kind of a commercial.
most certainly
thing, too.
stemmed
Yeah.
from like a commercial
Yeah.
thing, but
Whatever it takes.
whatever it takes.
Makes it make a sale
Whatever
at
it
the end of
takes
the
to
day.
make a sale, dude. You know.
There's a giant TV store playing Mariah Carey all day. I'm fine with that.
That's
Let
cool.
it ride.
I actually got reverse culture shock. Did I talk about this last time? I haven't done trekkin in many months,
I don't know.
so it couldn't have. I got reverse culture shock while still in Vietnam. It was the most bizarre feeling ever. I was in this massive mall in Ho Chi Minh, and I was like in a Yonkers type of a department store looking at like these terrible Christmas deals, and there were people walking everywhere. And I was like, God, this sucks. And like there was like Christmas music, and there was like Christmas trees, and I was like, oh my God. I feel like I'm back in Iowa City, Iowa, at Coral Ridge Mall right now, like shopping on the 24th of Christmas, trying to get something real quick, you know?
Candle or something.
It was absolutely bizarre.
And I do think reverse culture shock is going to be a thing, I think, in a couple areas, but it's going to be really weird to see like 6 people a day, you know? I mean, I walk out the door and almost immediately, you know, after 2 minutes of being outside, I've seen 100, 200 people, you know, on mopeds driving by. And when we get home, it's going to be like me sitting, you know, in the suburbs, you know, and it's gonna be weird, the lack of human interaction outside of my family.
Yeah, it'll be weird. Hopping into Tacoma, driving 30 minutes to Target, grabbing a soda.
There's something also interesting about
That'll
here
fuck you up.
that we haven't never talked about. This is just a little random thing that I saw, but it was like there's businesses on the side of the road. A lot of them have
Unreal, man.
Yeah, it's unreal. Businesses on the side of the road. It's absolutely bizarre. They have coolers, just like a metal tin cooler with iced tea, and it's just out there. Iced tea out there, just outside of their business, and there's one cup there, and just anybody passing by can get some of the iced tea. And like random businesses do this. I mean, there's a cafe that's right next to us that has one, and you'll see like a utility worker stop by, grab the cup, put some iced tea in their cup, drink it, hop back on their bike, and keep going. And it's just kind of cool, that like sense of like just giving, or like that sense.
Do you think that's what it is?
It's gotta be, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could not understand it.
Who has it?
Well,
They're all over.
F-Time? I know they're all over.
F-Time has one,
Yeah.
but maybe I don't truly understand it, but I really feel like it's like
It only makes sense.
if you're
It's a weird
thirsty.
germ thing, because like at my school they have coolers in the hallways,
Yeah.
and there's like 12 plastic cups,
Yeah.
and like they don't really wash them, and they all just use them, and I would not use one of those. Like a bunch of dirty kids like drinking from. I'm terrified of that for some reason, even though I'm not that much of a germ freak. It's just like, to me, from my culture, that's super gross. But here it's like it's chill. They're so okay with it.
Yeah.
So used to it.
If you're ever in Ho Chi Minh, we had some really good burgers at the Hungry Pig.
Yeah.
Those are fantastic. I mean, just I don't know, Gotta go there.
Yeah.
Chili Jam Burger. We also went to a really odd, what felt like a Lunchables pizzeria.
A DIY
A
pizza.
DIY pizza
Yeah?
is what it is, and they give you these little Lunchable sheets of bread and some sauce, and you can like order some toppings that you want to like use, and they have like little. It's kind of like a hot pot where they have a little on table oven that you can pop your little pizzas in and pull them out.
Yeah.
So hot pot for pizza.
Yeah, hot pot for
It's not
pizza,
good,
but not good though. The
Like,
quality was poor.
I don't like hot
mouth.
pot normal.
My mouth is still.
Yeah.
The crust was just so crusty and
Yeah, it
breaky
was.
that biting it just scraped the stuff out of my mouth. The roof of my mouth was like Captain Crunch. Yeah.
You'll have the flaps hanging down
Yeah.
your mouth.
Man,
We got some tickets to a basketball game.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna surprise my girlfriend with them. Evan, we got them because we have these meal delivery plans, and it's all of us on one account, and so we're ordering like
A
tons
lot of
of
money.
food.
We've spent over $1,000 there, like just
serious?
between us
between the five of us.
over the past 2 months.
Jeez.
And so they called Evan. They're like, "You're like this." Well, what they say?
They're like, "Hey, you're a really valued customer. Would you be interested in like going to like the girls Vietnamese?" And I didn't quite understand, but just as like basketball game. Do you want to go to the basketball game? I'm like, sure. I probably can't. Like we'll take them.
Right.
And so it's the Saigon Heat
And so this is on
Sunday.
This is on Sunday, and I'm the only one who can make it. So I'm gonna act like I got it for my girlfriend for her Christmas, and be like, hey, like I got these tickets, like this sweet place.
That would be so fun.
And it's gonna be so much fun. Like you're gonna love it. Like okay, just open. I'm so excited. And you basketball.
Saigon Heat.
So we're gonna go. I don't know. Hopefully, she'll still maybe want to go for like a half hour, just because it sounds like
It'd be
a
kind of
bizarre
cool thing to see for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Maybe you can get on the court. Get some, get some minutes.
Saigon Heat. So we're splitting up. We're leaving.
Yeah.
And so Andy and I leaving, we're not gonna come back to Saigon for. I mean, Andy might, but I know I won't.
Saigon Heat games.
Yeah. So,
They wrote me in the season tickets.
Season tickets. It's like $7.
so but yeah, I mean, this is
Yeah,
like
to pay
goodbye for good for Saigon for a while for me. Like I don't know, I might come back and visit, but like as far as living here again, and that's kind of a really.
Sure.
This is the first place I've called home that's not Iowa, and so it's a really weird feeling to be making the first move.
And for as much as like, I don't know, I'm ready to be done with Vietnam. I'm ready to be done with Saigon. It's a
Yeah.
busy city, pollution, all this.
Yeah.
Like, there's things. There's like, I was walking today when we were walking to Mini Mart. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
The guy welding on the sidewalk. You
Yeah,
know,
the
I'm
art
really
just like
good-
black. Like, oh.
I'm really gonna miss that.
There are some things.
It's just a free for all.
It's an absolute mad. It's
Yeah,
madness.
Red Dead Redemption.
Imagine Red Dead
Going to
Redemption.
the outlands of Minecraft. Level 3 woodcutting.
What the hell?
Oh. Oh.
But I think overall that's kind of the gist.
Good
I mean,
deals.
we don't have a lot of really crazy stories because we do work a lot. I mean, we're working anywhere from 60 to 70-hour weeks, and so we're busy. We still get to have fun though, and
And especially like I mean we've been doing, we've had a few dips where it's like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago was really rough, and it was a point where it was like, do we want to stay in business together? And then there's like,
And then we got a new client. We'll deal with all that later. No,
well,
it's not
we
how it
made
happens.
we
Yeah.
made like culture changes and like figured out ways to deal with the problems.
like the
And-
further I can get away from Walker's knees,
Yeah.
actually the happier I am.
So
And see how he's over there.
There's the
Rewind in the other seconds. You'll
Yeah.
see some hair on skin action.
And you'll see a slight look in Evan's face.
It's just
A twitching in his eyes.
Same thing I saw in Tim's eyes. Idol just breaking before your eyes. But like we have fun. Like this week, I've been breathing fire, and it's just like from us, from the feeding off the energy of your good buds, loving their shit, and it's pardon my French.
It's cool though. We're good. We haven't seen you in a while, and we're gonna try to do. We'll do it. We'll see you in a month.
Yeah,
You'll
have
see
a
how this
Christmas.
next one looks. This will be a little different doing it.
It'll be cool.
It'll be cool.
We'll be side by
We'll do it on
side with
Zoom.
respect.
Yeah.
It'll be kind of like our Penang.
Yeah.
It'll be that style of
That's right. Tight.
And so you guys, if you get a peak of Iowa that you've always wanted,
Oh yeah.
Have
I've
a
always wanted to
Christmas
see the
even.
potato farms.
Right,
all
right.
the potato farms they got out there.
They're everywhere.
Anyway,
So
You can't
have
throw a potato without hitting a dead cat in that town.
Whoa. Yeah. So have a Christmas.
have a Christmas, guys.
Tight.
Have your Christmas.
Sincerely from Trekyeah. Have your Christmas.
Don't mind us. Just go ahead and have your Christmas.
That was a good close.